This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Looking back in High Desert sports history, Victor Valley Jackrabbits register opening round CIF win over Norte Vista. Victor Valley hosts Apple Valley in the 2013 CIF playoffs.
The Oak Hills Bulldogs upsetting top-ranked and previously undefeated Palm Springs
in CIF playoff
round 2. Silverado bombarded Perris 60-18 in Division 9 opening round play for the Hawks' 9th consecutive victory.
3 prep teams advance. In 2017 postseason play, undefeated Sun Devils, 10-1 Silverado Hawks, and 8-man's Hesperia Christian Patriots. Adelanto's defense holds Moreno Valley to a second quarter field goal in the Saints' 36-3 second round CIF victory. Serrano beats Canyon in the 2019 CIF opening round. This record-shattering Angel Ochoa to Josh Lorick 98-yard touchdown pass highlights Adelanto's 2019 opening round CIF victory over Moreno Valley. Video Sports Top Stories 2015. Oak Hills Bulldogs CIF champions. 10 years after winning the school's first CIF championship, Ray Mahalchik's Serrano Diamondbacks take aim at a second, hosting Palm Springs in the 2014 CIF finals. Silverado did not come up short, but rather ran out of time in their efforts to advance to the CIF Division 8 finals. The final, Buena 30, Silverado 26. Apple Valley's Dustin Reynolds bowls his way through Glendora defenders to score both Sun Devils touchdowns in the 17-15 victory in the CIF quarterfinals. Looking back in High Desert sports history, Victor Valley Jackrabbits register opening round CIF win over Norte Vista.
How do we begin to describe this one? Victor pulls another rabbit win out of the hat, or maybe hat trick, as Victor Valley makes it 3 straight wins in the final minute in their last 3 Raymore Stadium home games. 5'11", 175-pound junior Jordan Watson springboards into the end zone on the electrifying 40-yard play. Victor Valley goes ahead 7-6. Second quarter, Jackrabbits sustain a drive that's topped off by quarterback Zeke Julian's 5-yard run up the middle. Rabbits extend their lead to 14-6. Jackrabbits back on the attack. Julian connecting with Kepley over the middle, and the premier receiver goes all the way 38 yards, scoring play. Victor Valley 21, Norte Vista 20. Victor Valley resumes their attack. They gamble, going for it 4th and 10 at the Norte Vista 37. Julian to Trayvon Bedard. 28-20, Rabbit. Norte Vista ball at the 40. Then tack on a 15-yard penalty against the Rabbits, and the Braves score with 40 seconds to play. Add 2-point conversion, tie ball game with but 40 seconds remaining. 20 seconds, clock running. Isaiah Kepley splits 2 defenders, breaks a tackle across the field down the far sidelines, 53 yards all the way to the 1. The play of the game, maybe the play of the season in terms of individual effort. Jordan Watson's plunge into the end zone practically anticlimactic. Jackrabbits 35, Norte Vista 28. Victor Valley advances to the second round.
High school football's second season, the CIF postseason. Add a bonus, Cross Valley rivals, Victor Valley Jackrabbits. Apple Valley Sun Devils. This game would feature outstanding defense, 2 quarters of scoreless play. In fact, it's a game not to be decided by inches, nor breaks, not even mistakes. Neither team would commit a turnover. Players performed with intensity but controlled their emotions. No penalties for unsportsmanlike conduct. It is instead a game of knockdown, drag-out, hard-fought high school football, with neither team deserving to come out on the losing end.
Daniel Walker rifles the completion to tight end John Ramirez. A 99-yard drive, 14 plays, consuming 6.5 minutes. Jackrabbits 7, Apple Valley nothing. Justin Connors gets the ball to fellow senior wide receiver Brandon Mapstead. The 5'11", 160-pound co-captain has it at the 15 and does the rest himself. The game tied at 7, 2.5 minutes into the fourth. And on comes junior place kicker Sam Wallace from 46 yards out. Up, true, and through. Sun Devils lead 10-7, 2.5 minutes to go. Victor Valley begins their final drive with a running play, and it's met by a wall of resistant Sun Devils. Incompletions on second and third down. It's fourth and long for the Sun Devils, the realization that it's over. Apple Valley runs out the clock, and time runs out on the Jackrabbits' incredible season. The Sun Devils advance to the quarterfinals, hosting third-seeded Citrus Hill. Oak Hills Football, one of the top sports stories of 2015. The Oak Hills Bulldogs, CIF champions. The first CIF football title for the Bulldogs and coach Robert Kistner, coming on a 40-21 upset of Serrano in a contest deemed the biggest football game in the history of the high desert. After a low-scoring first half, it becomes a battle of lead changes in the third quarter before Oak Hills seizes control and cruises to a crushing conquest of the favored Diamondbacks. Brandon Porter, 9 for 9 passing, just under 300 yards total offense, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 touchdown pass, no interceptions. Oak Hills caps their game-opening drive with J.J. Lewis scoring from the 1. Oak Hills' second touchdown comes on this run by Christian Navarrete, second and goal from the 4. The 5'7", 160-pound senior races to the pylon and into the end zone. Brandon Porter, personifying poise under pressure, short pass to Aramis Aldridge, escapes an open field tackle at the 5 and tumbles into the end zone. 15 yards on the scoring play. 20-14 Bulldogs. Serrano bolts back into the lead. Sultan Sullivan cuts back lightning quick, leaving defenders with an angle of pursuit watching helplessly. The 31-yard touchdown makes it 21-20 Diamondbacks. Oak Hills goes back on top on the 1-yard run by Brandon Porter. Brandon Porter turns in his most electrifying run of the night, breaking a tackle, scrambling down the sidelines, stunning the Serrano defense with a 28-yard touchdown that ices the game, essentially, on an ice-cold night at the Dog Pound. The final score, Oak Hills Bulldogs 40, Serrano Diamondbacks 21. Silverado bombarded Perris 60-18 in Division 9 opening round play for the Hawks' 9th consecutive victory. Win number 10 in a row would come much harder. The Hawks go to LaSalle and Pasadena. The Lancers are the top-ranked team in Division 9. Hawks junior quarterback Levi Taylor ran his division-leading touchdown passes total to 35, with 5 more against Perris. Top Silverado defenders include linebacker Mitchell Hamilton, 12, who leads the Hawks in total tackles with 99. Jerry Kotoa leads the team in sacks with 10.
On this date in high desert sports history, down home grills, hot off the grill, Hesperia Christian Patriots scoring plays from the CIF Division II 8-man championship game. Jeremiah Frideau's 23-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter, and Braden Hampton's 60-yard TD reception from Hunter Dobbins in the third quarter. Hesperia Christian comes 2 points short of capturing the school's second CIF football championship. The Patriots score 3 second-half touchdowns. The Patriots close to within 2 points of the visiting Ravens with 4.5 minutes to play. Jeremiah Frideau's 23-yard run up the middle. David Huff's 2-point conversion makes the final Bloomington Christian 26, Hesperia Christian 24. 10 years after winning the school's first CIF championship, Ray Mahalchik's Serrano Diamondbacks take aim at a second, hosting Palm Springs in the 2014 CIF Finals.
The Serrano Diamondbacks get a magnificent performance from running back Jordan King, 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. But the D-backs do not protect a fourth quarter lead and fall to Palm Springs 24-21 in the CIF Southern Section Eastern Division Championship game. The Diamondbacks are at their best in the first quarter on both sides of the ball. They open the game with an 83-yard scoring drive, an entirely impressive series comprised exclusively of running plays. Coach Ray Mahalchek's battle plan is obvious. Challenge the visiting Indians to stop Jordan King, and Palm Springs did not. Jordan King caps the 17-play drive with the plunge from a yard out. King, 11 carries on this drive alone. On a night, he will carry an unbelievable 45 times. The Diamondbacks launch their second scoring drive. The final 6 yards on Jordan King's second touchdown of the night. Serrano 14, Palm Springs scoreless, 2.5 minutes into quarter number 2. The Indians will soon cut into Serrano's 2-touchdown lead by putting up 10 points before halftime.
Jordan King's longest run of the night. Austin Williams takes out the middle linebacker. 43 yards later, Serrano has extended its lead to 21-10. With that run, King has surpassed 2,000 rushing yards on the season. Palm Springs goes ahead with 5.5 minutes remaining. Indians 24, Diamondbacks 21. Right back come the Diamondbacks. Now at midfield, this carry into field goal range at worst, but next play ends even worse. Jordan King carries to the 26. The Palm Springs defender holds King down and twists his leg. A Serrano player responds in anger, is called for unsportsmanlike conduct, and Serrano's hopes end with the 15-yard penalty that moves the ball back beyond the 40. Palm Springs holds, punts it away with time running out, and Jordan King's final carry from deep in Diamondbacks territory ends the game. 10 seasons prior, Coach Ray Mahalchek's Diamondbacks had defeated Palm Springs in the finals for Serrano's lone CIF football title. This is the 5th time a Ray Mahalchek Serrano team has played for the CIF championship. Apple Valley scores early, often, and practically every way possible in routing 29 Palms 75-0 in first-round CIF playoff action. Xander Witt runs the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. Donovan Ferguson scores from 41 yards out on the Sun Devils' first play from scrimmage. Jeff Widener hits Kashawn Griffin with an 11-yard scoring pass to cap Apple Valley's second possession. Linebacker Jesse Griggs picks off a Wildcats screen pass and runs it in for a touchdown. Another touchdown by the defense. Jeremy Justice strips the ball. Defensive end Angelo Tuzzolino scoops it up and scores from 20 yards out. All of this scoring in the Sun Devils' 54 points first half outburst. The Apple Valley Sun Devils' historic campaign adds another chapter with the 59-28 victory at Montebello. The first time in school history the Sun Devils have advanced beyond the second round of CIF playoffs. For Coach Gali Wadood's Adelanto Saints, it is full speed ahead into the CIF semifinals. Angel Ochoa throws 3 TD passes, including this toss to Joshua Lorick for a CIF playoff record 98.5-yard scoring play in the Saints' 36-3 second-round win over Moreno Valley. Marshawn Buchanan scores 3 touchdowns, 1 a touchdown reception, 2 others on plays like this, scoring from 26 yards out. The 13-yard Angel Ochoa to Marshawn Buchanan TD collaboration puts Adelanto's first 6 points on the Julian Weaver Stadium scoreboard. It comes on the first play of the second quarter. The Angel Ochoa to Rashawn Ramsey connection with the brilliant exhibition of yards after catch comes 3.5 minutes before halftime. The scoring play covering 37 yards. Marshawn Buchanan caps the scoring with this 8-yard run on the last play of the third quarter. Adelanto goes to Orange Vista for their semifinals game against the team they beat in the Division 13 championship game last season.
Silverado did not come up short, but rather ran out of time in their efforts to advance to the CIF Division 8 finals. The Hawks entered the semifinals game against Buena equipped with a well-designed offensive game plan and a fired-up defense against the number 4-seeded Pacific View League champion Bulldogs, who traveled over from Ventura. Coach Kieran Jones' Desert Sky League champions dominated the first half, shutting out Buena until the final moments of the second quarter and leading 20-8 at the half. It takes Silverado just 6 plays and a minute and a half to score on their opening possession. Dylan Pauling with the yards after catch from midfield to the 21. Dylan Pauling, 6 foot, 165-pound senior wide receiver. Next play, Frederick Hunter gets outside down the near sidelines and into the end zone, and it is 6-0 Silverado. Frederick Hunter, the Hawks' leading ground gainer on the year, he is 6'1", 160, a junior. 1,115 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns coming in. The Buena opening drive is sidetracked by the Anthony Lopez sack. Anthony Lopez is 5'10", 235, a junior two-way starter. Richard Reed leads the pack of tacklers, stacking Buena's ball carrier for no gain on this play. Richard Reed leads a quartet of Hawks linebackers Coach Kieran Jones believes to be Silverado's best linebacking unit ever. Richard Reed is 6 foot, 180, a junior, a team-high 13 tackles for a loss coming in. Andrew Almos, 27, the solo tackle here. Andrew Almos is the Hawks' tackles leader on the year, 93 tackles registered by the 6'2", 205-pound junior. Ian Wilson scores from 4 yards out, and the Hawks lead 13-0. This is the first of 3 rushing touchdowns on the night by the senior signal caller. Ian Wilson's second touchdown comes on this electrifying scramble, evading a pair of pass rushers, slipping through an attempted arm tackle, barreling over a safety, and spinning into the end zone, standing up. Hawks' lead is extended to 20-0 with a minute and a half to go before the half. I guess some analysts will say the first half belonged to Silverado, the second half belongs to Buena. The visitors do outscore the Hawks 22-6 the second half. Were there to be a turning point, I would focus on this, Buena's second touchdown. It comes on a 4th and 5 at the 9 late in the third quarter. Quarterback Zach Carter lofts the scoring pass to his back out of the backfield. The Hawks respond with a 69-yard scoring play. Ian Wilson's pass to Frederick Hunter, who outruns the Bulldogs, only to learn a holding penalty erases the play. Ian Wilson engineers a masterful, sustained scoring drive covering 60 yards. This third down completion to Joshua Washington, helping keep the drive alive. With it 2nd and 10 at midfield, Ian Wilson sidesteps the pass rush and departs for the end zone, sailing past the Buena sidelines and scoring once again. The Hawks have regained the lead 26-23 with just under 5 minutes left to play. The game-winning touchdown comes on the quarterback keeper from 4 yards out with but 44 seconds remaining. The all-important extra point attempt is good, preventing a Silverado field goal from forcing overtime, instead requiring the Hawks to score a touchdown to win, as the Bulldogs' lead is 4 points. Keep in mind, Silverado has responded to every second-half touchdown with a touchdown of their own, although one was called back due to a penalty. It's not whether the Hawks can move the ball, but whether they have time to reach the end zone.
Ian Wilson escapes the pass rush and carries across midfield. Hawks have a first down at Buena's 28. On 3rd and 10, Ian Wilson again is forced to run, and he carries for a first down at the 17. 7.9 seconds on the clock. Incomplete pass. Then 3.9 seconds. The hit on the receiver causes the pass to fall incomplete as time expires. The final, Buena 30, Silverado 26. It will be Buena, not the Hawks, facing Serrano in the Division 8 title game. Apple Valley's Dustin Reynolds bowls his way through Glendora defenders to score both Sun Devils touchdowns in the 17-15 victory in the CIF quarterfinals. The Mojave River League's reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Dustin Reynolds, stars in a dual role, leading ball carriers. For filling in at the last minute, acting head coach Rob Perris thrust into head coach duties when COVID-19 restrictions rendered Kyle Godfrey unable to attend the game. Be it a TV series like NCIS or this win-or-go-home playoff game, every episode has a main plot and subplots, the latter revealing development of secondary characters. Brady Weinberg, good as gold all 3 times, including what proved to be the game-winning field goal. Quarterback Noah Seeley comes through repeatedly in clutch and pressure-packed situations in his finest role since replacing star quarterback Jaden Max Denegal. The cast of defensive stars include Keenan Eck, the team's sacks leader on the year. Defensive captain Gavin Hambrick, 10, explains winning the game within the game plan.
Number 3 was the main running back. We knew that all week. We practiced that. Our middle linebackers and outside backers had to stop him. And basically we did what we had to do. We took him out of the game and we won that game. So it's really exciting.
This is Apple Valley's opening drive, 3rd and 7 from their 34. Noah Seeley, the short pass to Logan Moon, who stays with it for an outstanding reception, and the drive stays alive. Another 3rd down completion. Noah Seeley finds Brandon Armijo wide open. The 6'2", 210-pound junior tight end carries all the way down to the 20, a gain of 39 yards. And this sets up the first of Dustin Reynolds' tremendous individual efforts carrying the ball. The O-line obliterates the first line of defense. Dustin Reynolds bowls through a pair of would-be tacklers and scores, capping the 7-play, 80-yard drive. I do not believe you can overestimate the importance of scoring on this first possession, and this drive was kept alive by those 2 key 3rd down pass completions by Noah Seeley. James Reed leads gang tacklers, ending Glendora's first possession. The visitors are forced to punt, and the Sun Devils will be getting the ball back. Nathan Downing fields the punt, evades the first Glendora defender, and runs it out to the 39. Nathan Downing is 6'1", 190, a senior 2-way starter who will be on the receiving end of another huge 3rd down pass completion 3 plays later. This is the now famous double pass. Noah Seeley quickly to Logan Moon, who unloads to Nathan Downing for a gain of 31 yards to the 13. This is the same play the Sun Devils scored a go-ahead touchdown on in the opening round upset of top-seeded Citrus Valley. Logan Moon to Isaiah Ojeda in that case. The brilliance of Coach Rob Perris making this play selection is calling it at the perfect time. Every opponent knows this play is coming, but not when nor where the surgical strike will be targeted. This tackle gives new meaning to Reynolds' wrap. Dustin Reynolds' hard tackle ends Glendora's final first-half bid to put points on the scoreboard. Interim head coach Rob Perris leads his team and staff to the locker room, holding a 17-9 advantage. Glendora opens the second half with this 43-yard scoring pass, cutting the Apple Valley lead to 2 points. And, just like the play following the visitors' first touchdown, a turning point by the Sun Devils defense. Going for 2, Glendora's pass into the end zone is broken up by the 5'8" Samaje Andrews. Score remains 17-15. Not the only very big play for the speedy senior. Samaje Andrews will carry for 43 yards this night. He ran for 143 yards and scored a touchdown in the previous week's upset of Citrus Valley. Glendora's second touchdown ends the scoring early in the third quarter, but the outcome of the game will not be decided until the final 2 minutes of play. The balance of the second half becomes a battle between the Sun Devils controlling the ball and the clock, and Glendora's determined bid to come from behind. Standout plays by Sun Devils defenders are numerous. 48 is 280-pound junior Jaira Lupepatelli. Lane Scharnberg grabs a shoestring and spins the ball carrier around. Gavin Hambrick finishes off the tackle. Dustin Reynolds is seemingly in on every play, the solo tackle here for no gain. Lane Scharnberg registers this solo tackle on the blitz. Lane Scharnberg, 5'10", 160-pound senior. Keenan Eck, another sack for the 6'3", 198-pound senior sackmaster. Glendora came in averaging 31 points a game. The Sun Devils hold them to 15, their lowest points total of the season. The subplot involving Apple Valley's offensive line included overcoming in-game adversity. Junior tackle Raymond Polito explains.
Going both ways tonight. Did you get tired out there?
No, we don't get tired.
All right.
We condition enough to really push through it.
What made the difference in this game tonight?
Really pushing through the adversity that we were facing. Losing the right tackle right now in the middle of the game was really tough, but overcoming that really helped.
The Sun Devils pound out a sustained ball-control drive over the final 5 minutes of the game to seal the victory. Apple Valley travels to Lakevale to play Roosevelt in the CIF Division III semifinals. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville. Call 760-241-4663 for delivery, drive-through, curbside, or pickup. Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated locally since 1954. Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Proudly showcasing teams, athletes, and youth-oriented activities. The Bradco Companies. Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies. The High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing commercial brokerage firm. Bradco. Leading efforts to improve the quality of life and standard of living for all residents throughout our High Desert region.
Serious legal problems? Don't go it alone. Get the proper defense by going on the attack. Wanzek Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems.
Silverwood. The developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community support the teams, athletes, and sports programs of all our High Desert and Mojave River Valley schools. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees. And by the Holiday Inn, Conference and Convention Center for the High Desert, and destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.